So, it was the big game last night, and we had two important halftime shows: Bad Bunny and Erika Cook's halftime shows. Whew! I thought, man, what happened? Like, just to give you an example of a good halftime show, Snoop Dogg played the Christmas halftime show on Christmas Day. He did the halftime show for that. That was one of the best halftime shows for any sport I've seen in a long time. And I rewatched it several times. It had Snoop Dogg's big name. It had K-pop. It had Christmas music. It was a good celebration for a halftime show. That's what I'm comparing these two. These two that are here with Erika and Bad Bunny's halftime show. You guys, by the way, I did watch this. I know this has been in us. Yeah, I watched it. But these two halftime shows were probably the two worst halftime shows I've seen in a very long time. What was it? 6 years ago, we had J-Lo and Shakira right off the bat. If you're thinking I'm just doing this because I'm not like, hey, it's Hispanic, that was a halftime show I watched, and I was like, it was fine. I would put that around a 7 or an 8 out of 10. So, it's not because of that. Bad Bunny, I didn't know who Bad Bunny was. I didn't know he was a man until like a week ago. Okay, I thought he was a female. His fan base, very nice. I made the same thing with the Chapel Roads. I was talking about Bad Bunny in those videos, and I was getting people talking about him and being like, yeah, here's some music. Yeah, we all make the same mistake that he was a female type deal. I was like, oh, okay, these guys are nice and they're polite. They're not like Chapel Roads, which are like Republicans and Democrats hate you if you don't know who Chapel Roads is. Like, oh. So here I am watching this. So I'm like, oh, Bad Bunny's here. Cool. I'm gonna watch it just to see what's going on. And he awoke a new feel for people dressed up like shrubbery. If that counts for anything. Woo! There's gonna be people having nightmares from people running around in giant tree outfits and corn stalks. That's a new feel. Ricky Martin played, and I was like, yeah, Ricky Martin! For about a minute. That was nice. That was it. Bad Bunny, he was talking. They're like, I can't understand a single thing. Not because you're speaking a different language, mainly because it sounded like you were trying to catch your breath the entire singing. Like, Ricky Martin, I understood what Ricky Martin was doing. He was Ricky Martin singing. He's 55 years old. And he was still singing like Ricky Martin. Yeah, it was great. But Bad Bunny, my Bad Bunny V card was taken, and it wasn't really a good time. Type deal. So, this morning I rewatched this on the Super Bowl channel. I rewatched it. And I came up with the same outcome. It was a 5 out of 10. It was mediocre at best. Would I rewatch any? Does this make me want to go watch music videos for Bad Bunny? No. Not at all. So right after that, listening to that at work and stuff, I did Erika Cook's Super Bowl. Woo! Bad Bunny was more entertaining. A little bit more terrifying with those giant bushes dancing around. And just pure. It's a halftime show. Well, Elka Cook's one was mainly Southern politics in your face. Does that say anything? It was just a bunch of country singers. Both of them, that's negative. One was just a bunch of Hispanics. The other one was just a bunch of country singers. Negatives. Negative points. Snoop Dogg had K-pop, country, rap with Snoop Dogg, and opera. So, right there's 4 different classes of music that you could enjoy this thing from 4 different artists. And I was like, yeah, this is great. But Bad Bunny and Elka Cook, they seem to stay in the same category. And we had Kid Rock, which 10, 15 years ago, that would have been a name to draw me in. Now it's like, okay, this is going to be interesting. That was the main person who's supposed to be the headlining thing, and he shows up for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Well, the other people drink about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Well, I'm sorry, that was a TV show. Sex, drugs, and alcohol. Wasn't a fan. Just really was not a fan. And Bad Bunny, he had his dancers that were like trucking and gyrating and stuff. And it's that type of music. They do that all the time. I'm not surprised. Was it terrible? No. Bad Bunny was the cover of underneath his jogging pants looked kind of snowman-y. Yeah, he looked like a snowman. I'm sorry. I understand, yeah, I don't want to get pew-pewed by anyone, but having that vest and the stuff wrapped on your legs, I guess, really didn't help him sing. But 2 halftime shows. One, 5 out of 10. The other one, I'll say 5.5 out of 10. I don't like giving 0.5s, but I don't want to give it a 6 out of 10. It's bad. Elka Cooks was bad, man. It's besides Kid Rock, I didn't recognize anyone. Again. And from the way it sounds, most of these people haven't had a good song in 5 years, so that's a plus. Yeah. I'm sorry. I think both sides, Republicans and Democrats, lost this. And the independents have to sit around and just suffer, like, with the consequences. Knocked over my bottle of water. But yeah. I'm sorry for anyone who's fans of these people. But if you would have been like 15 years ago, it would have been like, hey, here's Kid Rock, Toby Keith, and Brad Paisley, I would have been like, boom, and Kelly Underwood. Give me those 4, I would have been more interested. But you gave me Kid Rock plus 3 names I didn't recognize, and Bad Bunny with Ricky Martin, which Ricky Martin should have done the halftime show. I'm sorry. Ricky Martin is the one who should have done the halftime show, not Bad Bunny. And I think that was Justin Bieber for a little bit. I'm not sure. And some other person, I don't know. No one says her name. I don't know who it was. So I have 2 ones that are basically 5 out of 10s. 2 halftime shows. Oh, 5 out of 10s. And big game. I'm not saying big game because they have that stupid word copyrighted. That was a pathetic game too, by the way. Pathetic halftime show for a pathetic game. Yeah. Like, did the Patriots even show up to play? I think they were playing against the Patriots kids. That was just such a sad game. Sad halftime shows. Puppy Ball was cute. Was the one that was in the wheelchair? That was cute. Yes, I did see that. But it's not looking good for modern music. I'm sorry. If you were going to do a halftime show that you wanted people to get hyped for, give me Blackpink. Give me BTS. Trice. aespa, and Mix. Any of those could have put on a better halftime show than these two groups. Or any of the celebrities I mentioned earlier, Brad Paisley, Toby Keith, who's dead, R.I.P. Toby, Carrie Underwood. Heck, I think Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter and Bret Michaels would do a better job than this sad halftime shows that we had. I claim to be a Christian, yeah, but that halftime show, Erika, made me sad, and it was pathetic. To be fair, I watched Bad Bunny's twice, and I only watched hers once, but yeah, that was a sad halftime show. That was pathetic. I'm sorry. You just got names for names. Wow. Bad Bunny just did what he did for political reasons. And I think you both failed. I think you were both failures. And I'm probably not going to listen to any more Bad Bunny music because it didn't make me want to listen to any more Bad Bunny music. Might listen to some more Ricky Martin. Out of all this, I might go back to Ricky Martin. But the rest of everyone else, enjoy your life. I hope you have a good week because you're going to need some hoping for some good week. Because you're going to get some pretty nasty messages, I have a feeling. Whew. I'm not going to be watching any of them because I don't like messages like that. I ask questions, but we had 2 bad halftime shows. 2 very sad halftime shows. And a very sad football game. So, if this was to be like, hey, here's America, he didn't get any Hail America. I think I saw people say they left the football game to literally just watch the Olympics of my friend groups. Which can't blame them. Or highlights of the Olympics. By the way, did you know the Winter Olympics were going on? I forgot about it. But yes, both basically 5 out of 10s. Elkas is a little bit higher. So if you want to say 6 out of 10, go ahead. I don't care. I don't like giving decimals, but 5.5 out of 10, I would probably put it. Because it was better than Bad Bunny's, but it was worse than anything else. It was just thinking about it, I was like, it's such bad. I had to listen to the Bad Bunny one twice. listening to it was not bad. The first time I watched it, the second time I listened to it. Bye.